Hello everyone, today I'm bringing you an Erasing Strike build. Erasing Strike is quite an unused ability, mainly due to his huge mana cost if you want it to do damage. But thanks to the introduction of the amazing +2 skills in this patch, you can see I have a +4. You can run this build with a +2. You can actually make this quite usable. So basically the build is based around the fact that you can get your mana back when you use a volatile reversal, and the fact that orbs will chase enemies and damage them, so you can benefit from these points here of extra damage versus damaged enemies. So basically the idea of the build is that you cast your buffs, you cast your your anomaly, you cast your orbs, you run around your orb-sick enemies, and you fucking strike them. Now, if you apply all your shred, because right now our orbs are not seeking, if you apply all your shred and you have all your buffs, this bad boy hits really hard. You can see 300k. You can hit for 500,000 if you apply all your shred and everything properly. So this build hits really hard. Since it's a bit of a unique playstyle, I'm just gonna show a bit of gameplay so you guys can actually see it. Because it's one of those builds that if you don't see it in action, it's kind of hard to get an idea of how it plays. So yeah, I'm just gonna showcase it. So again, like you said, you get your buffs, right? And then you wait for the enemies to come. And then you strike. And you can see, using volatile reversal, you get your mana back. So you can basically spam Erasing Strike thanks to this combo. You can see I get my mana back, kill, get my mana back. My orbs are seeking enemies, so they're damaged. Boom. And you can see we're hitting them we're doing a lot of damage, right? Get our mana back, etc. Really cool. Another good thing about this is you can see normally volatile reversal has a cooldown, right? We're gonna use it as a cooldown, but if we kill enemies, our cooldown gets reset. You can see there, it's on cooldown, but it gets reset, right? So again, really cool. Because that makes it so you can create, if you're good with this, you can create this flow where you're basically always spamming Erasing Strike, volatile reversaling, Erasing Strike, volatile reversaling, etc. So again, really cool build, really unique build. Hits like a truck. Again, I have pretty fucking good gear for this, so obviously yours might not hit as hard. But I got this guy to hit for 50k in arena, but I'm using my main Void Knight with another build, so I'm using my secondary Void Knight, so I don't have as much, my blessings are not as good and so on. But going into the build, again, you're using orb, like I said, for the abyssal emission that casts these orbs that are gonna seek enemies, and you wanna get this, so again, you can benefit from this, from Erasing Strike. Get the movement speed is pretty nice, so you can move fast. Make sure you grab this point, so your balls around you, you can see if they hit enemies, they're gonna be hitting also, not just the seeking orbs. And this is really good because they will apply armor shred, frailty, slow, chill, whatever ailments you have, and then make sure that the mana cost is not too crazy, since it's a high mana cost build. Vengeance, this is kind of optional, but you see sometimes you know if you see a scary enemy, you can use Vengeance, in between your orbs. Also, if you run out of mana, you can take advantage of the attack speed, just to, make some mana back using Vengeance. Volatile Reversal, don't take this point because we want the mana back. And you can pretty much spec what you want. If you spec this, it's pretty cool because if you volatile next to enemies and you hit them with these things you create, what they called the terminal void rifts, the enemies are going to be taking 30% more damage, so you will hit even harder. This is kind of handy versus single targets. And yeah, I mean, I use only 3 seconds of time travel because I found that it's the best thing to keep your mana flow going. But if you play the build and you feel like you want an extra second, you don't want to play the build so fast, make sure you put an extra point here. Then for Erasing Strike, it's pretty straightforward. You grab all the fucking damage, all the base crit you need, all the crit multi, all the damage, and then you put enough mana efficiency so your ability costs around 40 mana instead of 90 or 100, which is what it normally costs. when you grab all the damage nodes. Again, if you only had like +2 to Erasing Strike, since I have a +4, you would just take 2 points of this, basically. Or 1 point of this, 1 point of this, whatever you want. But you would still do a shit ton of damage. And then for Anomaly, pretty straightforward. Again, we get some crit chance since we always want a crit and we're not using Lunge. You could use Lunge instead of Vengeance, but... And then, you know, make the bubble follow you, get some lifesteal, get some cooldown, and get the crit chance. So, you know, when you are in the bubble, you make sure you crit as much as possible. Again, like I said, if you hit the enemy hard enough with all your buffs and shit, you see we're hitting for 500,000 right there. Hits really fucking hard. And then for the passives, again, pretty straightforward. We just grab the Void Resistance, the Strength. This is pretty usual. We get the mana back for Vengeance. We get the Strength and the increased melee damage on Weapons Master. And then for Void Knight, you just go fucking full on damage, pretty much. Grab all the damage, all the lifesteal, the crit multi, all the damage, all the void damage, all the echoes. And yeah, you just go to fucking town, you know, with it. Again, it's really straightforward. Just grab all the damage. As much damage you have. If you like to big boom everything, hey, this is a build for you. Now, it is obviously on the squishy side, since you're not going to be using Vengeance that often, and the animation is a bit like slow casting it, even if you get attack speed. So you're going to see, like I pushed this to like 300 waves, so you can definitely play it and you can definitely clear all content with this. But there's going to be better builds for Sentinel, especially the more defensive ones. Again, for gear, my gear is pretty insane. Like I have a tier 7 Sophnia, I have a tier 7 Erasing Strike, tier 7 Elemental Resistances. My gear is pretty nuts. This weapon is Legacy, by the way, so I tried to make the character making sure that I don't use the Elemental Resistances on the weapon, since you can't get this anymore, so I'm trying to make it fair for you guys if you're trying to put this build together. And then one important thing, I like getting the Quicksilver Coil, because basically you get haste from this. So your orbs, you know, when they hit things, you see you're gonna get haste, and all your orbs are gonna be hitting enemies. So you're gonna be getting 30% movement speed from getting haste. You can see there the proc. And when you're in arena, it's basically gonna proc non-stop. And then also for gear, one important thing is to get the idols. You wanna get this, the increased echo, the increased damage when a skill echoes, plus the increased melee void damage. I have some pretty good ones, 130, 132, 73. You try to get this. And basically, Erasing Strike, like when it echoes or when it recast, because you know, when you kill stuff, like Erasing Strike kind of like does like a void explosion thingy. That you will do so much damage. You will see like sometimes you're in arena, like, and you would cast this one time, and then when it starts like chaining and exploding again, you will see like you suddenly killed the entire screen and you didn't even know how. Again, it's a really cute little build for the blessings, you know. You want to make sure you grab the Void Shred. That one is really important. This will basically double your damage once you apply the Shred. I would highly recommend going for mana here, because you can see right now I only have 119 mana, but if you have the Lagon blessing that gives you 80 mana, it means that you're gonna be able to not only cast like this 3 times, you're gonna be able to cast it like 4 times, and then Volatile, and get all your mana back. And keep in mind, Volatile Reversal mana back, it takes you back to 3 seconds, and it gives you back the mana you had on those 3 seconds. So it doesn't matter if you use 500 mana, 100 mana, you're getting back all your mana. So the bigger the mana pool, the more impactful Volatile Reversal is gonna be, and the better this build is gonna feel, basically. So I would highly recommend doing that for the blessings. And yeah, everything else is pretty straightforward, you know. Grab your defenses, you know, like. But again, I don't really have blessings on this guy just because it's my secondary Void Knight. Even though I've done 1,000 echoes with it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the build. You will have a build planner down below. It's a bit of a special build. I haven't seen anyone do something like this. Just get used to use Volatile Reversal. And again, if you don't like Volatile Reversal, just use Vengeance to get mana. And yeah, I hope you guys like it. And bye-bye.